You see, I'm gonna tell you something. They always want you to, you know what these rappers, all these singers, all these big rappers y'all look up to? They always tell you what the good part about, but they never tell you what the bad part. And that's crazy, man. Yeah, they got all this money, but they dealing with emo spirits. They dealing with killing themselves. They dealing with, man, come on, man.
Osiris Dunn has hit a breaking point. The weight of Diddy's alleged dealings has finally cracked him open. And according to sources close to the legal scene, this isn't just a meltdown. He's reportedly ready to spill it all, especially what went down between him and Diddy during a trip to Jamaica. And once you start unpacking this story, piece by piece, it becomes clear. This mess goes deeper than anyone thought. Back in 2021, both YK Osiris and Diddy just happened to be in Jamaica at the same time. Now, that might not seem like a big deal, until you remember where YK was in life. He was in the middle of a financial freefall. He'd just gone on Instagram admitting he had to sell off his Lambo, his Rolls Royce, even his Cadillacs. And in his own words, this thing humble yourself. That line might mean way more now than it did back then.
Man, I sold my Lamborghini, I sold my Rolls Royce, I sold my Cadillacs. Yes, sirski. Yes, sirski. Try that thing. Hey, I'm about to beat that charge. Man, what the ain't gonna lie. This thing humble yourself. I ain't gonna cap to you. Got a floss for you, nigga. God, I ain't got a floss for you, man.
So here's where people started raising eyebrows. How does someone who just admitted to selling off all his luxury cars, openly talking about being in serious debt, suddenly end up living it up in a luxury villa in Jamaica like money was no object? YK Osiris was out there posting pictures like he was on a peaceful solo retreat. But then he dropped something that changed the tone completely. He reposted a photo of Diddy, shirtless in the pool, tagged with prayer hand emojis. Then came a pic of YK getting a naked massage with the caption, "Listening to that Diddy, eating that good fruit, and enjoying the beautiful weather." It wasn't just the words, it was the timing, the imagery, and the connection that made people start putting pieces together. Good fruit, sure, but it gets even more questionable. YK then posted another shot, this time leaning over a plate of fruit, striking a pose that screamed serving model energy. And that's when people really started talking, because based on the angle, the setting, and the vibe, folks believed Diddy was the one behind the camera. It wasn't just a vacation, it was starting to look like a setup wrapped in luxury, silence, and hidden meaning. One user summed it up perfectly. The moment I didn't see any females, or even a hint that he was with family, I knew a man sponsored that trip. And that energy right there had people convinced this wasn't just some friendly getaway. It was looking like something much deeper. Then came the knockout. YK's baby mama jumped on Instagram and posted to her story, "Stop asking me what happened with my BD. I caught him with a man." That's not speculation. That's coming from someone who was actually in his life, saying it plain and direct. And just when you thought it couldn't get more awkward, enter The Breakfast Club. During YK's appearance, Charlemagne didn't hold back. He straight up asked about the rumors that YK was Diddy's boy toy. And YK, he started smiling, tugging on his hoodie, dodging eye contact. His mouth said no, but his body language was saying something else entirely. It wasn't just uncomfortable to watch, it felt like confirmation without words.
Yeah, nobody would ever say that one.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not
So
saying
here
that.
goes Envy.
They said he was Diddy's boy toy.
What?
I was in Jamaica with him.
Oh, I see it now.
See?
I was in Jamaica with
Osiris
him.
in Jamaica with his alleged boo Diddy.
See?
The whole exchange just felt off. Like YK wasn't just dodging a question, he was reliving something he didn't want to talk about. Something he'd rather bury than explain. And that silence spoke louder than anything he could have said.
Jamaica with Diddy though?
He said, yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
I was with a shawty.
All right, but Diddy was there.
No, he was a whole other different.
Oh, so they just made this up?
Yeah, they made it up, yeah.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, he was in a whole other different area. Like, he was, like,
Have you ever met Diddy?
yeah.
Okay, did he ask you to party?
Yeah.
Party?
Man.
Don't maybe put his fantasies on you.
Bad
Crazy,
tonight.
man. Nah, man. Every time I want to do that man's the vibe. That must be Diddy bopping.
Now this whole situation, it's not just about Diddy anymore. Once people started connecting the dots, Drake's name slid into the conversation too. There have always been quiet whispers about Drake moving a certain way behind the scenes, keeping things low-key, staying out of the line of fire, but still in the mix. Then that video dropped, the one where Drake was seen pressuring YK Osiris to sing after losing a $60,000 bet. And suddenly, the energy shifted. The way Drake leaned on YK, the pressure, the tone, it didn't sit right with a lot of people. What looked like a joke on the surface now had folks replaying the moment through a different lens.
I ain't gonna hold you no more.
You owe me 60 bands, and you have to perform the song right now in the crib. What are we talking about? What are you talking about? I'm giving you an out. I'm not Baby, I'm not Boosie. You don't owe me no 2 rags, 5 rags. You owe me 60 bands. I'm playing the song right now. You ready? I need a full. You don't owe me no money right now. I swear, I need a full performance though. The real shit though. I'm serious. You just gotta be
But when people started asking questions about that video, Drake downplayed the whole thing. He brushed it off, said it was all love, just homie vibes, nothing serious. But to a lot of folks watching, it didn't feel like love. It felt like power being flexed, like someone testing boundaries, not just joking around. And in the context of everything now coming to light, that moment doesn't look playful. It looks like part of a pattern.
Remember with Drake? Remember you had to sing for Drake?
Nah, but Drake, my brother though, like that's my boy. So it's like when we bet and gamble, like it's really ain't about no money. It's really about this fun. Like we bet $100,000, but we like it's like really like brother love. Like, you know, that's my boy.
And another video surfaced. This time, it showed YK Osiris doing sit-ups on Drake's private jet. But it wasn't funny. It wasn't light. He looked uncomfortable. Not like he was in on the joke, but more like he didn't have a choice. The vibe was off. It didn't look like friends clowning around. It looked like power dynamics at play. And with everything we've seen unfold, that clip feels a whole lot darker now.
You struggling? You struggling with them push-ups?
One user said it plain. That looked like a humiliation ritual. Some sick stuff probably goes down off camera that we never see. Another chimed in. Looks like they got him doing some strange things. And honestly, it's hard to argue with that, because if you look at the pattern, YK Osiris is always the one showing up in these viral clips, getting clowned, embarrassed, or put on the spot. It's never empowering. It's always awkward, uncomfortable, sometimes even degrading. And it didn't stop there. Drake even posted a pic of YK's new haircut, clearly styled after the Certified Lover Boy cover, and the caption, "Burnt the F out. You really cut off," implying more was said without needing to finish it. It wasn't just a roast. It felt like a subtle jab dressed up as banter. Another moment that added to the growing list of weird energy surrounding their interactions.
Stop playing. Only I can do this. Me and the boy. Stop.
Long after that, YK took it even further. He went and got a tattoo of Drake's OVO owl inked right on his leg. At that point, the whole vibe just kept getting weirder. From the private jet video to the viral humiliation clips to the tattoo, it all felt like something wasn't adding up. This didn't look like brotherhood. It looked like control, submission, maybe even something darker. And the more you look back at the timeline, the more it starts to feel like YK wasn't just being funny. He was being played.
Hey, it's your boy YK outside, man. Shout out to all Urban Central. Shout out, yeah.
Everything started to click when YK went live and broke down on camera. He didn't hold back, just laid it all out. He admitted he was struggling, even saying he felt like giving up completely. He opened up about the demons he was battling, how the music wasn't paying off anymore, and how he felt completely alone in the industry. It didn't come off like a cry for attention. It felt raw, real, and full of pain.
Like I say, you can't use Drake with me, you can't Lil Baby because they don't with me no more. So you please don't use that. You haven't seen me around Drake in a minute, or Lil Baby, a long time. So let's get that out the door. Please don't use that no more. Like, I'm not a leecher, like, for a reason. But like, I want to die. Like, I want to myself. I want to like leave this earth. I don't have no friends. Y'all see who I'm with. Nobody. I'm nobody. Nobody nearest me. Nobody around me. Nobody is like near me.
But it didn't end there. Not long after, he went on another emotional rant, and this time, he started pulling back the curtain on how the music industry really operates. He claimed that a lot of rappers lie about their so-called blessings from God, when in truth, they're worshiping something entirely different.
You see, I'm gonna tell you something. They always want you to, you know what these rappers, all these singers, all these big rappers y'all look up to? They always tell you what the good part about, but they never tell you what the bad part. And that's crazy, man. Yeah, they got all this money, but they dealing with emo spirits. They dealing with killing themselves. They dealing with, man, come on, man. I want to get out this music industry because this is not for me. But I do it because I feed my family. But I don't want to be in this. This is not what God want me to do. God don't want me to do this. But I do it to feed my family. And I want to get out this. I want to get out the music industry because yes, you go through pain. You go through this because this is what the devil wants you to go through to destroy yourself.
That's when the dark theory started to surface. According to multiple media outlets and people close to the situation, what Diddy and others were doing wasn't just for clout or social media attention. It allegedly went much deeper. The story goes like this. Rising artists are lured in with luxury, exotic trips, expensive gifts, VIP treatment, all to create a sense of trust and friendship. But once that trust is secured, that's when the real game begins. Some claim there's a twisted elite ritual behind the scenes, one where powerful figures feed off the energy of younger men to stay youthful and maintain their status. It's said those infamous parties Diddy threw weren't just wild nights. They were part of something much darker. And YK, he might have been one of the intended sacrifices. Popular psychic Sloan Bella even weighed in, dropping a heavy bombshell. She made it clear, this isn't just about Diddy's sexuality. According to her, it's about channeling spiritual energy through dark, ritualistic practices that most people couldn't even comprehend. She also claimed that Kim Porter, before her death, had started writing a book revealing everything. Sloan said Kim had learned too much, and that knowledge may have cost her everything.
Because it's not gay behavior. That's not what we're talking about. There are gay people, but what we're talking about here is ritualistic sexual deviancy used to harness energy of a human being. We are being harnessed, not me, not you, but the people that he's dealing with, and she became privy to this.
If all of this sounds too far-fetched, just take a look at YK's career. Before everything unraveled, he was doing pretty well, rubbing shoulders with industry giants, dropping music, getting attention. But after the emotional breakdowns, public rants, and what many call a spiritual awakening, his career was never quite the same. One commenter put it bluntly, "I always felt like Diddy didn't have real talent. He just fed off the energy and fame of his artists." Now I believe he literally drained them on a spiritual level, leaving them with nothing. Powerful words. And just when you think the story ends there, Ray J's name gets pulled into the mix. It's said he was the one who first introduced YK to Diddy, acting as the connection between them. Some believe Ray J handed him off, so to speak. What's even more strange? Just a few months after that infamous Jamaica trip, Ray J popped up in the Dominican Republic, surprising YK for his birthday. While he was there, he said something that raised eyebrows. There's a lot of bags to get when you're brainstorming among creative minds. But in the context of everything else, that bag talk suddenly feels a lot heavier.
We live in the DR! Happy birthday, happy birthday, man. You know what I'm saying? We out here making sure we celebrate the homie V-Day. And then also, like, there's a lot of bags to get when you brainstorming amongst a lot of creative minds. So we all tapped in. Then we quit mastermind.
Ray J's name hasn't just come up in connection with YK. He's been facing other serious allegations too. Some have accused him of supplying drugs to celebrities like Whitney Houston and Wendy Williams. He's also made some bold threats on air, even calling out Fabulous. And he's been seen rolling deep with the money team, flexing his connections and power.
I'm saying, be whoever you want to be, love whoever you want to love. I didn't mean it like that. I just meant, when you want to disrespect me and the money team, and we got 7 Rolls Royces outside and we just made 350 racks on the... Don't disrespect me. I'ma smack you up again, fool.
All right, so Ray J,
that's
let's
all I'm saying. Just saying Ray J got beat up. In the face, man.
So you punched Fab in the face?
One time.
That same heavy energy seemed to follow YK's story. Only this time, the damage ran deeper. It wasn't just career setbacks. This looked like emotional trauma spiraling into something much darker. From that unexplained trip to Jamaica, to tattooing another man's name, to publicly saying he wanted to quit the industry, something just felt off. This wasn't a young artist making a few bad choices. This looked like a desperate cry for help from someone who'd been chewed up and spit out by a system that only values what you can give, not who you are. And now, with Diddy facing serious consequences, word is that YK Osiris may be ready to speak up. Insiders say he's been sitting on receipts, messages, voice notes, and even contracts that expose just how deep he was involved. And now that the empire's starting to crack, YK might not be the only one ready to talk. But the question is, how much does he really know? And will he be around long enough to tell the full story? One viewer commented, "He seems so vulnerable. That's exactly why they took advantage of him." Another said, YK didn't even look happy at that DR link-up with Ray J. His whole vibe felt off. And honestly, Ray J barely acknowledged him. Meanwhile, the guy standing behind Ray J got all the camera time, like YK's only role was to be the punchline. Now, it's all starting to make sense. Got thoughts? We know you do. Drop them in the comments and let it all out. And if you're here for truth that doesn't tiptoe around the tough stuff, hit that like button, subscribe, and catch the next video. It's waiting for you right now.